Hi everybody, Margaret here. I want to show you a really great recipe that is so easy. It's a sheet pan meal. You blend it all ahead so it's like in a Ziploc bag in the freezer or in the refrigerator, and then you throw it all on a sheet pan and roast it for 20-30 minutes. So it is called sheet pan chimichurri chicken and vegetables. It's a perfect protein and veggie meal. So we're gonna start with some chimichurri. So we're gonna make some chimichurri. I'm gonna actually take a big shortcut and use a seasoning mix, chimichurri seasoning mix. If you're not familiar with chimichurri, it is a green sauce from Argentina, and it typically, I wrote all the normal ingredients, and I'll post above a homemade chimichurri sauce if you'd like to do that. It's typically got cilantro and parsley and garlic, a little chili pepper flake or red pepper flake, olive oil and vinegar. Really good. My husband loves chimichurri. It's great on grilled meats, beef or chicken. I've never tried it on seafood or shrimp, but I don't see why it wouldn't be great on those too. I love it on veggie noodles like zoodles, you know, zucchini noodles, and great on grilled veggies, you guys. So just a win-win-win, okay? So my recipe, you want to get your chimichurri made up so that, you know, all those flavors are really blended. I'm going to do about a quarter cup. I hope I have that in here. We use this seasoning a lot. I'm a little shy. I think it'll be fine. So I'm doing a quarter cup of my seasoning mix. And again, you can use fresh herbs for this. I'm doing a third of a cup of olive oil and a couple teaspoons of water. So basically what I'm doing is reconstituting this seasoning mix. So it'll soften up the herbs in there and you know, just so that they can release their flavors. So this is what you'll end up with, is a green sauce, right? Okay, super simple. And then I'm gonna use some veggies, right? So I'm gonna use a half of a red onion, you guys, and this is gonna go on a sheet pan. It's gonna roast in the oven. So I don't want these to be super small. So I'm just using half of an onion, and then I cut that into quarters. And then these are just gonna come apart and get all caramely and toasty in there. I'm using a reusable gallon-sized Ziploc bag. You can use a regular Ziploc, you know, throwaway bag, but you'll want to put your chicken in there. And I have some chicken tenders in here. And what I love, let me grab a pair of tongs, you guys. What I love, whoops, thank goodness I got to back up. So what I love about chicken tenders is you can cook them from frozen, you guys. It's so convenient. I usually buy mine in the huge 5 or 6 pound bag, frozen at Costco. Theirs are the type of chicken that have no antibiotics at all, which I really like that. They're not organic, but you really pay for that, right? So these are affordable and really good. So anyway, I've got a pound of chicken tenders in here. They're still frozen. It'll be fine. And I'm gonna throw my onion in here now. And then you can really customize this recipe to include the veggies you really enjoy. I'm gonna do a zucchini also. Let me go ahead and tilt you down here. This was a zucchini in the fridge that was in there just a little too long, but I think good still. I didn't want it to go to waste, so it's perfect to use this for this recipe. And I'm just gonna slice it up. Again, I'm just kind of doing a little shortcut. You don't want these too thin. You want them to roast nice and yummy, not too thin, but enough so they're gonna, you know, cook through. And I like my roasted veggies to get all brown and yummy around the edges, right? That's the best part about roasting things. So we're just gonna slice these up. And then the third veggie that I'm gonna add to mine is a red bell pepper. Now, if you are not fond of bell peppers, you can add any veggie you want to this, right? Yeah, I think you could do broccoli. I think you could do carrots. Really, it's your preference, whatever you like and your family enjoys. I don't see why mushrooms might not be really good in here too, but I really love the zucchini. So good. And I'm making this now in the middle of summer, and boy, the zucchini's plentiful, isn't it? Okay, a red bell pepper, you guys. And this guy, I'm just gonna cut it off. I don't know if you do your bell peppers like this, but I cut the edge off like as close to the edge that I can, and then I just pull out this so I can use the whole top. None of it goes to waste. And then you could do a couple different things. You can turn this flat side down and then slice down, right? Slice down like that and you get all the membranes out. That's one way to do it. See, and then I'm gonna end up with the center just intact in all of these here. You can scoop out the insides, right? You can do that too. This is just kind of quick. See, just takes it all out, and then I'm gonna end up with this. Cut this last little bit of membrane off. Now, if I was only gonna use half of this pepper, and then I end up with that, you guys, and I'm just gonna cut off the end, and here's the whole seed pack intact, and I've got this. Get rid of some of those seeds. Now, if I were going to just use half the pepper, I would want to use the bottom half. Keep the seeds in the top half, wrap it really good, or put it in a lock, you know, airtight container in the refrigerator, but keep the seeds in the part that you are not using right away. Kind of like avocados, the seeds help keep it fresh. So unless you're going to just snack on that and you want to prep it all at once, but I would just store it. See, and then I just got this little guy left. So, okay, so these I want to kind of be in chunks like that, little 1-inch kind of chunks. Yum, yum, yum. Cut it up. My bag is gonna get super full here, you guys. Now, I love this recipe, so you wanna let it marinate with, we're gonna put in about 6 tablespoons of the chimichurri sauce now. And you can just let that marinate at least 30 minutes, right? You want it to get flavorful, but really you could do this in the morning if you had, you know, depending on how your schedule is, you could do this in the morning, and then it's ready when you get home. You just preheat your oven, put it on a sheet pan and roast it. I mean, it could be that easy, right? It's almost like a crock pot meal, but you know, not a crock pot, right? You still have to cook it. But this can stay, you could even just lock this all up and pop it in the freezer if you wanted to. The veggies are gonna be a little different after being frozen, but it still work. Okay, I've got my chimichurri sauce, you guys, and I'm just gonna put 6 tablespoons in here. I should have grabbed a bowl. A smart thing to do is to put your bag, I don't have a bowl in my near reach, is I'm gonna come back on camera and show you. Okay, so you take a bowl and you put your bag in the bowl, and if your bag is wide enough, you can even put flip part of the edge over onto the lip of the bowl, and this will give your bag some body while you're filling it. I think that's 2, 3, 4, 2 more. And then the rest of this sauce that's gonna be left over, I'm just gonna mix a tablespoon or 2 of ranch dressing in it, and that's gonna be our sauce for the, see, there's about a tablespoon left, and I'm gonna just put a couple tablespoons of ranch dressing in there, and we're gonna have a really yummy sauce. So I'm just gonna seal this up, you guys. Kind of shake it and move it all around, right? I want that sauce to really just kind of get on everything. Now you set this in the fridge for at least 30 minutes, like I said, or overnight, or for the day. And then we're gonna put it all on a sheet pan. So once this has had time to sit and the chicken thaw a little bit, I'll be back and I'll show you it going on the sheet pan, going in the oven, and then what it looks like after it's done. All right, you guys, see you in a bit. All right, I've been gone for a while, but you wouldn't know that because here we are again. And I've got my veggies and my chicken here. I'm gonna go ahead and pour them out on a pretty big sheet pan. This is like a half sheet pan, a little bigger than a jelly roll pan. Oh my gosh, you can see all those yummy herbs are all there. I'm gonna get that chicken out too. It's still partially frozen. And then I'm gonna use a little scraper here and try to get some more of this sauce out of here. Okay. Oh my gosh, this looks so good. I'm just gonna try to get some of this out. This really looks good. Okay, there we go. And then I'm just gonna spread this out, you guys. Kind of nestle those veggies around the chicken. Make sure nothing's really crowded, right? That'll allow it to brown and get kind of caramelized. These were really big chicken tenders, so only 6 of them made a pound, which is fine. There's 3 of us, so we'll each have a couple. And of course, you could cut this recipe easily in half or multiply it if you want to do that too. So here it is. Okay, my oven has been preheating at 400 degrees and it's fully heated up. I want these veggies to be as kind of evenly spaced out. I got some room over here. Like I said, I don't want to crowd them, because when you crowd a pan, whether it's on the stove or in the oven, you're going to steam the food instead of roast it or saute it, right? Depending on if you're on the oven or on the stovetop or in the oven. Okay, here we go, you guys. Okay, it's going to go in the oven now. This is going to go in for, gosh, what is it? 22 to 25 minutes. So I'll see you back here when it's done. Hi guys, I just pulled it out of the oven. I always check the temp on my chicken. I want it to be at least 165, and this is 168, 170. These cook pretty quick, so it looks delicious. I'm serving it with a little bit of brown rice on the side. I don't know if you eat brown rice, but if you do, I don't know how you cook it, but I'll tell you what, I think the pressure cooker does the best job on brown rice. It's pretty darn quick, and it is perfect every time. These veggies look delicious. I probably could have cut those zucchinis a little bit bigger. They're a tiny bit mushy, but the peppers and the onions are perfect. I love seeing all those fresh herbs all around there, even though it was a mix that I used. Oops, there goes my timer. I took it out a little early. So I hope you give this a try. I have the recipe up above, along with another recipe for some fresh chimichurri sauce, if you prefer to do that than using a mix. Okay, you guys, this helps get lots of protein and good veggies in, and a delicious way to do it. And easy, right? I just got one dish to clean up. Bye now. I almost forgot, you guys. I wanted to show you the sauce. So I just mixed 2 tablespoons of ranch in with the rest of that chimichurri that was left over, and then I'm just gonna drizzle it over the top just to give it a little bit of creaminess. It'll be so good. Okay, bye for now.